free fries at Burger King.
Hey guys, so I was asked the other day a question: how long have I been doing this? Well, and the answer to that is I've been doing it for a long time. But I decided to take some of the old photos that I had and do a nice little slideshow to kind of show you some of my first props that I ever built, the horror show that I did, and a few other projects that I did when I got up here. So take a look and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so standing behind me, and yes, that's me, when I was a little bit younger, is one of my first props. That's Zeke the groundskeeper. And here's some of the stuff I was working on. I was building something on my porch. Like a mad scientist. I didn't know what I was doing. I just loved Halloween so much. The brain I actually purchased, the hand in the background there, is just something filled with spray foam, and then the Freddy glove. This was my first coffin that I ever built, and my first zombie, if you will. I tried to do a pop-up, but it didn't quite work out, so he just laid in there. This is, I called him Shorty because he was short, made out of a blow mold skeleton and one of those plug-in pumpkins. This is the front of my dungeon or porch. And it's just all spray painted. I used the blue tape to create the grout lines, and then sprayed everything with the gray and silver. Here's Zeke the groundskeeper and Shorty in the doorway there. Sorry for the lens flare. And there they are again. This was just one of those cheap disposable black and white cameras. This is the inside. Where the ladder was going to be a meat locker, and I actually built a Jason and put him in there. And here's me trying to do one of those poses. I was so proud of that Freddy glove. That was another prop that I had bought because I love Nightmare on Elm Street. And this is just showing one of the scare spots I was thinking of, but I didn't get that far because I was hired to do a horror show. And this is where the butcher came in, and how I became the butcher for many years. Here we are, nice big group photo. This is me here. And a great cast and everything. Here we all broke out into a riot. Me choking the other chefs. But I tell you what, we were the most #1 haunted house, and we got the shirts to prove it. And I still got my shirt to this day, even though we got screwed and never ended up getting paid. Then, shortly after that, I moved up to Vermont. And then I did this haunted house for cystic fibrosis. And I was asked to design and build. So this is kind of the first rough idea of the maze with two, well, this one only had one ending, but the final plans had two different endings depending on which path you go. But we never got that far because someone didn't get all the materials I asked for. Okay, so I wanted to have Freddy for my love of Freddy. So this is his boiler room. Just random different pipes, different things like that. We used what we had available. This is a smoke fog test coming through the pipe there. We were on limited time. This was a last minute thing kind of thrown together. I like to plan ahead. I'm planning 2012 now. So, and we had a fake Freddy to distract from the real Freddy. And the real Freddy would pop out and give the actual scare. It was pretty effective because your eye looks at the fake Freddy and goes, oh, it's nothing. And then the real Freddy pops out. And I have a picture of him coming up. The boiler there was just, you can see it's corrugated metal wrapped around and screwed to that wall. There he is. And these are the walls, 1x1x2s or 2x2s. I can't remember. We took, yeah, 2x2s. And then here we are adding the pallets on those walls to create a weaving maze. And it worked out great. And then we took spray foam and sprayed it on different areas. We tried not to go too overboard with it. Added some little go away signs and just made it look kind of gross. Some cobwebs here and there. The effect was pretty good. Then one hallway was Spider Alley. Anytime I put spiders in a place, I call it Spider Alley. But the webs over the top, the webs around the walls. This guy got stuck in the webs. We caught him sneaking through one night and just kind of left him there for the spiders to feed on. And then after you come out, to your left is another hallway. The warehouse doors are open. That's how come you can see it from this angle. And this is the corridor leading down to the zombie diner / butcher shop area. And this is another really long corridor. Lots of long hallways. And this was another one. But I was sad because a lot of the space wasn't used properly and we didn't have enough people. Like I said, poor planning. This is a scare window that I think got used twice through, I think it was 3 or 4 days that we did it. This is the butcher shop. All these props came from the guy that wanted me to build this. Here's the zombie table. So I don't have these props, so I'm basically doing everything from scratch. This is like a little graveyard scene at the beginning of the maze that we had finished up. Then at the end of the maze was the exorcist room. And I mean, I threw this together in literally 10 minutes. There I am. This is the first night. Afterwards, we decided to take photos. And you'll see each night my makeup changes. Ripping out the zombies' guts there. We had kids dressed up as zombies and they would chase people through, and there were a few hidden passages for them to sneak through. Then some would run to the dining table and sit there. Others would come and be my victim. So that part was very effective, but the rest of I felt like the rest of the haunt was kind of lost because you didn't see anything else till the exorcist room. This is the second night. Tried something a little bit different with the makeup. I like this shot here because it actually shows the detail better. It doesn't look as green. Having a little fun. Nothing wrong with having a little fun. Then we're going to go on to the final night. This is what the makeup looked like. I like this. This one was my favorite. If I had time to play with the makeup beforehand, but I had spent all that time building and decorating, I didn't have no time to work with any makeup. But it came out good. And we raised about $2,500. The following year, I was kind of disappointed what happened in the past, so I just decorated our old porch. This is the old house before it got tore down. Scene setters, I kept it simple. I actually had to work that night, but I decorated it for Grandpa to give out candy. So then I dressed up for work. I was working at Walmart at the time, and we were allowed to dress up, so I decided I had the costume, might as well go as the butcher. And I like this portion. I wish I had left it like that because it looks like a zombie butcher. It was really great. But I had to have my fake blood. And that's Sammy. That's when he was back when he was a wee baby. And then 2010, simple decorations in the new house, and that was it. So I hope you enjoyed taking that look back. It was nice to actually go back through memory lane there, to come to where we are now with Halloweenville and everything that's going on. I got a great crew to work with, some awesome guys that give me free reign to let me do what I want as far as creativity and designing everything. And I take a look at every idea they have. If it goes with the theme, I put it in. If not, we save it for either another time or base a theme around that idea. So that's what I've been working on and planning, and I'm just happy to be where I'm at now. And it took me a long time to get here, and I've learned a lot. And a lot of the stuff that I built came from a lot of old tutorials. I can't even remember when I started. I was in Florida, so I had to be 20, 23, 24-ish, somewhere around there. And I'm 30 now, and I've been in a professional horror show. I've done my own kind of pro-ish haunt with the cystic fibrosis thing. I think that's about as close as I've gotten on my own to becoming, pro haunter status. But who knows what the future might hold. And I'm looking forward to learning more with you guys and growing and progressing. So I will talk with you guys later. I'm going to go eat some more fries.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts.